What's going on, guys? Aaron here. Welcome to the video. So tons of misinformation regarding FTX disbursements and payments. I want to start with that and then go into all of the news regarding voting on the plan, all of the news regarding the preferred equity settlement. They're getting a bunch of money. A lot of people are upset about that. And just everything regarding FTX. So if you are a creditor, you definitely want to pay attention. So starting out right here, this has been insanely frustrating. A lot of big accounts on Twitter or X were saying that this week, $16 billion will start coming back to people. Well, no, that's not correct. So here you can see, again, they just keep repeating the same BS misinformation. And it's really frustrating because not only is it misinformation, but it's really dangerous because creditors have been getting fake emails like this saying, connect your wallet by clicking this button and then you will get your distribution. Well, no, what's going to happen is you will get all of your crypto wiped out of your wallet if you go ahead and connect your MetaMask or whatever to whatever fake website they have. So just be very, very cautious. So the latest info, which has not changed, is that October 7th will be the confirmation hearing, and I expect the plan to be approved based on information I'll share in this video. Then the debtors expect maybe the earliest October 31st to have the plan go effective. And then they are giving themselves 60 days to pay out the convenience class. So that would be claims under most likely $50,000. I expect those payments will happen next year just because experiencing what went on with Celsius, things get delayed. Nothing ever goes as quickly as they say it will. That's just the nature of the game, at least in my experience. Now, let's start out right here. So this is the voting information. How many people voted yes for the plan and the amount of money that was voted yes for the plan. So for .com customers, 94% voted yes and 97% of the money voted yes. For US claims, 89% voted yes and 97% of the dollar amount voted yes. And for convenience class, it's even higher. So .com, 95% of people voted yes, and US convenience class, 95% voted yes. So this thing was a slam dunk in terms of voting. Now, most likely this will be the thing that pushes the plan to be confirmed October 7th. At least that's my assumption, and that's what I believe will happen here. So let's dive into a couple things I took some notes on, and then I will try to wrap this up for you guys. So preferred equity, essentially people that had Series A stock or Series B stock are getting a large amount of money. They're getting $230 million. And this $230 million is coming from forfeiture proceeds from the Department of Justice. And they're giving the equity holders this insane amount of money because the DOJ thinks that they have been victims here. And because this money is not coming from the existing pile of money, it does not adversely affect the treatment of any holder of any claim. So they're doing some, I don't know, hopscotch, or that's a really bad analogy, but they're doing some, skipping around the block as to why giving $230 million to equity holders does not take away from other creditors' distributions, because again, it's not coming from the same pool of money. So FTX even wrote the same thing on their Twitter, saying that the DOJ thinks that shareholders are victims alongside creditors. So this is happening. People are upset about it because $230 million is a lot of money, and people rightfully think that all the value should come back to the creditors and not go to people that invested in FTX, but it is what it is. A little bit about Alex Mashinsky here. Mashinsky has requested that FTX agree to defer all litigation related to the proofs of claim until his trial next January. So that is all being postponed until January for him. And there were some settlements here. Here is one for MDL. And these are all just to push the confirmation of this plan forward and avoid litigation. More settlements regarding all of the state governmental claimants. They're just trying to push this plan through at this point. And FTX put out this really, really insanely long argument going over every single issue that the US trustee and others had with the plan. And one that stood out to me here is the fact that they are just trying to gloss over this issue of whether the assets held by FTX a property of the debtor's estate or they are property of the individual creditor. And again, they are just trying to really push this plan through. They're saying that the valuation of people's claims is going to be calculated as we have known for a while at the day of the bankruptcy petition. We have the ad hoc committee of non-US customers supporting the plan. Then we have a 5-page document, the joint official liquidators of FTX digital markets in support of the plan. We have a 154-page document from Alvarez and Marsal in support of the plan. We have the official committee of unsecured creditors in support of the plan as well. And they are kind of breaking down a lot of the US trustees' arguments that I covered in a previous video a few weeks ago, which I'm not going to go through. So they are supportive of this plan as well. And here is a 331-page document with the debtors, meaning FTX, replying to every single freaking objection that was against the plan. 331 pages. I am not going to go through all of it, but they essentially reply to everything regarding FTT, regarding the plan being not confirmable. They talk about the plan seeking to disallow KYC deficient claims, so the whole KYC issue. They talk about the disputed claims reserve. They say that the plan's voluntary releases, so releasing professionals in this bankruptcy case so you can't sue them, are indeed consensual, and therefore the plan should be allowed. And again, a lot of these are issues that individual creditors and also mostly the US trustee posed a few weeks ago. And then they say that all of these other things should be overruled. The in-kind distributions are not required under the bankruptcy code. The plan provides fair treatment to the convenience class. And again, they just break down frickin' everything in 331 pages. So the name of the game right now is most people want this plan to be approved. And we will see what happens on October 7th. And finally, I found this very funny. A Mr. Lord Newburger of Addisbury wanted to make a declaration here, and he was asked by FTX to give his opinion as to the meaning and effect of the .com terms, etc., etc. I just thought this name was so British, I had to share it with you guys. And before I talk about the timeline and how much money do I think is actually going to come back into crypto, will this be bullish for the crypto market, etc., first I want to talk about FTX Creditor. So as many of you know, FTX Creditor is the largest claim buyer by number. They have purchased the most amount of claims in the entire bankruptcy process. Now, why would you consider selling your claim? Well, it's pretty simple. Time value of money. So you could sell your claim for a discount and you can get USDC in 1 to 2 days. And then you have that money to deploy into crypto immediately or do whatever else you want. And the trade-off, again, is that they will buy claims for a very competitive rate, but it'll be less than what the debtors say that that person will get. Now, it's still around that 119% for convenience class claims, so under $50,000, and maybe 145 to 149% for non-convenience class claim holders. But everything can change. Nothing is certain right now. There's a lot of variables. And for non-convenience class claim holders, the timeline to get that entire 145 or so percent could literally be 2 to 3 years. So if you wanted to sell your claim, everything can be done right here on the computer. Currently, they are only buying claims that are $25,000 and above right now. So you can go ahead and fill out this information here, and then in 1 to 2 days, they will send you USDC stablecoins, and you will have that in your account to do whatever you want with. You don't have to wait any longer to get a distribution. It can happen in a very short period of time here. So I will include this link below for you guys if you would like to sell your claim. So I started the video talking about all of this misinformation about $16 billion is going to flow into crypto this week. Clearly, those were lies. That's not true. And what's even more interesting is the fact that around half of the claims will be going back to people that purchased claims. So billions of dollars, $5 to $6 billion or so, will be flowing into claim buyers' hands or investors, right? And another maybe 5 or 6 billion will be going back into individuals who originally had crypto or stablecoins, but let's just say they had crypto, right? So yeah, there will be an influx of crypto that may come back into the market. People get USDC or they get a US wire. We don't exactly know how they'll distribute yet. And they will maybe buy crypto again. But it's not going to be 16 billion, and it's not all going to happen at once. We don't even know the distribution agent yet. FTX hasn't even said, we're going to use Coinbase or we're going to use PayPal like they used with Celsius. We have no idea how they're going to distribute. We have no idea. So another reason why some people want to sell their claim, because they just don't know what the process is going to look like, and they would rather just be done with this entire process. But I just want to let you guys know that that is what's happening. About half of the claims will be going back to claim buyers, and then half will be coming back to individual creditors. And I want to finish the video with this. This is a chart of people's actual crypto in-kind recoveries per prices on September 30th. So 143%, this is looking at people that are not in the convenience class, because those in the convenience class will be getting a less than 143% recovery, but it really depends on which coins you held inside of FTX. So for example, if you held ADA, Cardano, inside of your FTX account, your recovery will be around 130%, which is crazy because it has to do with what the price of it is now and what the price of it was at the day of the bankruptcy petition. If you go all the way down to Solana, those people are getting absolutely creamed because they are only going to be getting around 15% in kind back. So everybody is getting a US dollar distribution as of the latest, but if you were to take those US dollars and then buy Solana, you are going to be getting a horrible recovery. 143% will still be about a 15% in-kind recovery, and then Bitcoin is around 37-38%. Now again, if you are not in the convenience class, all of these percentages will be lower. But what's also interesting is that the majority of people held cash or stablecoins inside of their FTX account here, and those people are going to be doing insanely well. Imagine getting 43 to 48% on your cash, just holding it for 2 to 3 years. Pretty good, right? So a lot of people would think, this isn't very equitable. How can this be fair? Depending on what you held, you were getting a massively different in-kind return. So that is what is happening, and I really don't see that changing now. So there have been a lot of people that have wanted a lot to change in the bankruptcy, but I don't believe that anything is really substantially going to change before this plan gets confirmed. So guys, I hope you enjoy the video. I hope you guys are doing well. If you have not subscribed, you should definitely do so if you're an FTX creditor. And again, I'll leave the link to FTX creditor below if you want to sell your claim. Hope you guys are doing well. Again, until next time, talk with you soon, and bye for now.